Hey guys, Randy here. I wanted to make a video today to start out our YouTube channel that we're starting here. We had just traded in our 1999 Thor Signature 34R LRD and upgraded to a 2022 Grand Design Momentum, the 376 THS. The whole purpose of this video today is pretty much to talk about the fifth wheels. So when we bought our first camper, we had picked it up. Well, right before we picked it up, I ran up to a camper store in Terre Haute, Indiana, and got a Reese Pro 15,000 hitch. I wasn't thinking when I bought it about the inevitability that we were going to upgrade. When we did, just a couple days ago, ran into an issue with the fifth wheel. So like I said, it was a 15,000 pound capacity fifth wheel. The dry weight on our new camper is 16.2. So that was quite a big difference between our last camper that weighed in right around 10.6 empty. So I went around looking, trying to find a 20,000 pound fifth wheel that that was for a decent price. I mean, I was finding them all the way up to $3,000, and as low as $1,200. I talked to a place in town here at a body shop that installs fifth wheels, sells them, and I was looking right around $1,200 for a just your standard Kurt slider fifth wheel. After leaving there, coming home kind of looking, I found online that you can actually swap the heads out on the Pro Series. So if you've got a Reese 15,000 or a Reese 16,000, the Pro Series slider hitch, you can swap the heads out and put a 20,000 pound on there. So, which is really easy. I'll go ahead and walk over here and show you. I've got a 2021 Chevy Silverado HD 2500. So here is, I'll climb up here actually. Here is the new head installed on it. So it's really simple. It comes in, it's like 88 pounds for just this section here. You just take these two bolts out on each side, and your old head will come right off. What I did, being by myself, being that this thing weighs, like I said, about 88, 90 pounds, is I held it and got one bolt in to start, and then kind of just, it made it a lot easier just working its way up on it. Overall, it literally, the whole process only took me about 20 minutes. If you're new to camping, I would suggest, if you're going with a fifth wheel, no matter how light it is, I would go with the 20,000 right off the bat. It'll save you from having to worry about upgrading. If you're young campers, you end up getting kids, wanting more space, overbuy what you need now, because down the road, if you run in a situation I did, it's going to be an extra, on this one was an extra $500 that I could have got for probably $300 or $400 more at the time. So keep that in mind. One thing I also want to show you while I'm in the bed of my truck is I've got a roll and lock tonneau cover. So when I upgraded my fifth wheel camper and the fifth wheel head, I had to put the head all the way up to get the highest ride height. Being that that camper's pretty darn heavy for this truck. Towing capacity for my truck's 18.5. Dry weight on that 16.2. The I think the bed weight was right around, off the top of my head, on the camper, right off the top of my head, was right around 32 to 3,400 pounds, somewhere right in there. So the truck sagged pretty pretty fair amount. So just to compensate for that, I mounted it right off the bat at the highest one. But to get to what I'm saying here, with it up as high as it is, I'll pull this out here so you can kind of see. Obviously the fifth wheel flops around. It's a 4-axis fifth wheel. But what I ran into is I can't use my tonneau cover. I can hold the fifth wheel up level, pull it, and set it down, and it just barely rubs on the bottom of the tonneau cover. And I don't like that with it bouncing around, which I hear it doing quite a bit, which kind of drove me nuts driving down the road. I didn't want it wearing a hole through a $1,500 tonneau cover. So what me and a buddy of mine did a couple days ago, we were standing here looking at it, trying to figure out how to get the thing to where it wasn't bouncing around all the time. So we took just a piece of household wire, which are just regular solid copper wire, and we picked a hole on here that I wanted to bolt to. And then what I did up here was I actually used the hole that the locking mechanism for your fifth wheel handle to mount to. So what we did, and we had a piece of ball thread there. It was 2 nuts, piece of ball thread. We drilled a hole through it, but we took and bent each one with using that wire kind of as a guide, and just kind of built this. You can see it there, this little S-shaped thing. And all you got to do really is put the fifth wheel flat, and I made mine kind of tight to where it sits down on the bumper so it's not rattling going down the road. But you just stick it through there, and then took one of these little pins and you just stick it through the hole that we drilled, and boom, that's it. Doesn't move, stays flat, and I can close the tonneau cover right over it, no issues. One thing I wanted to make sure was when we were making it was something that was quick, easy. Pull a pin, be done with it. When I unhook, just jump up in the bed, put the fifth wheel flat, slide it back in, pin it. If you make it too complicated, you're not going to use it. So I wanted something simple. This was really cheap, really easy to do. I mean, once we started, it took us less than 10 minutes to make it. The longest part was after that was just waiting for the paint to dry on it whenever I put the paint on it. So yeah, that's if anyone's looking for any ideas on try to get your fifth wheel flat, that was a quick easy way. Now on fifth wheels for you new campers, whenever I got my brand new truck, I went to a couple of camper places to get the bed rails put in. Problem I ran into was a lot of places were charging astronomical amounts. So I went to Camping World down here in Jacksonville, Florida, where I live now, and they wanted almost $1,000 to install the bed rails, universal bed rails, which I knew right off the bat was kind of high. So with talking to them more and trying to figure out why it was going to cost so much, I figured out they were drilling through the frame on your truck. To me, that's a big no-no. I've been I worked in a few dealerships growing up, been around vehicles all my life. One of the last things I ever would recommend is drilling on a frame, especially on a heavy-duty truck. You're just you're begging for problems coming down the road. So as your truck gets older, if one of them bolt holes ends up splitting, that's it. You're going to end up losing whatever you're pulling. It's going to break your frame clear in two. So, like I said, if you're a new camper, make sure that whenever you get it, get a fifth wheel put in, that they're not drilling through the frame. And really the route going without drilling through the frame is a lot cheaper anyway. So the bed rails, I had the body shop here in town put them in. They got the universal rails and a frame kit, which I'll show you here in a minute, that wrap bolts around your frame. And it also uses a couple of existing holes that are in your frame that came from the manufacturer. So altogether, it cost me $500 to have it all put in. Only took them about an hour and a half to do it. And like I said, didn't drill any new holes to the frame. So it's relatively pretty simple. I'll show you here. Put it up here. So you got your plate, and then you can see up there top bolt. Like I said, there's no new holes in the frame whatsoever. So just keep that in mind whenever you're shopping and looking for fifth wheels. You don't want something that it's going to end up going through your frame. So, all right. Well, like I said, it'll be a quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys got any questions, definitely leave a comment. And hopefully look forward to showing you guys some more videos of different stuff we do across the U.S. I'll also be doing some videos that kind of help beginner campers out there and kind of know what to look for shopping for a new camper. I'll go through our experience and all that, why we ended up getting what we got, and some ins and outs with working with trying to get these dealers to work with you more. A lot of them nowadays are more like the old used car salesman, and I'm not a used car salesman person. So like I said, hope you enjoy the video. Hit the like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.